Hello there, doctor. In this episode, we're going to talk about what social media platform you should be on for the most ROI. I'm Dr. Ann Trong.
I'm Dr. Michael Ming.
Welcome to Doctor's Online Success channel. And let's just start with the best one and the one I truly believe in that I've been hanging out at for the last 4.5 years, and that is YouTube. So YouTube is a search engine. So unlike Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, it is a search engine like Google, and it's also owned by Google. So that means that whatever content, whatever video you put on there can be searchable on Google. And so it can be indexed. So that means that your videos live forever, unlike the other platform where your videos can live only maybe a few minutes. And when people scrolls on it, they don't see it again. But once you publish on YouTube, it stays there forever. Even my videos that I published like 4.5 years ago are still gathering views that I'm still getting paid for as well. Now, YouTube was one of the first social media platforms that paid content creator money, but then now Facebook, I believe, is doing that, maybe Instagram. And honestly, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok too myself. And like, I really don't pay attention to how many followers I have other than YouTube. But I think if you're on one platform, stay on that platform longer until you probably reach seven figures and then spread to other platforms because different platform requires a different format for it to be engaging. So let's start with YouTube because that's my favorite platform. So YouTube is great for doctors because it's ideal for education and ideal to build your brand and authority, especially for doctors, as we teach our expertises. So if you're an allergist, you talk about allergies. If you're a rheumatologist, you talk about rheumatoid arthritis. For myself, I do sexual health. I talk about erectile dysfunction. It's really great for getting your expertise out there and great for attracting the people in your niche. The more niche down you are, the better you can attract viewers. And also, this platform works 24/7 for you. And once you publish it, it is there. YouTube is not just about publishing, and that's it. It is a strategy because there's a format, strategies on how to create video to attract attention. And then also, you got to create the thumbnail, which is the picture that is in front of the video, and also pick the thumbnail title and the episode title itself. So having said that, check out our training that we have. Mike and I did a training how to create and launch a YouTube video in 3 days. Checking the training right here. Check it out because it literally gives you step-by-step framework on how to launch your YouTube video. All right, Mike, what's next?
Yeah, and I just want to add on YouTube. It's one of my favorite platforms. And it also adds just using video in general, just adds to that transparency. You can see the person talking. If somebody is envisioning what it would be like to be in your clinic, you can actually have a video that shows the ins and outs of your clinic. You can meet the staff. That all adds up to increasing trust, establishing to yourself as the authority. And like you said, sometimes when I'm looking at videos, I look at videos that are sometimes 7 or 10 years old or even more, just because I search for something. I remember, especially during COVID, when I was having trouble with one of our washers, like a washer went out and I couldn't have anybody come and fix it. It was just myself. So I looked up how to fix a Whirlpool washer model number. It tells me right there. So it's an encyclopedia. It's a search engine. It's more than just a platform.
That's where I go to for people my age or in the 50s for answers if we need to look for answers. Because the two reasons why people are on YouTube to be entertained or to learn something. So there's very, very search intent. But they have, like you said, you were searching for how to fix the dishwasher. For me, it's like the other day I was searching for how to do a proper roll up in Pilates. And I think I got my answer. And I think I finally got it.
And you know me as a pickleballer, almost every serve or every tech strategy, I'm going to YouTube. That's where I'm. So let's talk about some other social platforms. One that's also near and dear in my heart is Instagram. What Instagram is with photos, but now with reels and videos, it's great for visual appeal. So who's the audience? Instagram, unlike YouTube, which I think it's more all ages. Instagram, the ones who are on there are millennials, Gen Z. So you're talking 18 to 40s, caters mostly to women, not necessarily. Men can be on Instagram, but from our experience, we use Instagram a lot. If you don't know about me, I own a number of med spas. We do aesthetics. So obviously, visual appeal is important. So things that you can show like before and after visuals. We have reels. We have a social media team that does quick 1 to 2 minute videos that highlight something or memes that talks about things that are going on in pop culture and how it relates to us in a clinic. So if you're in those specialties, dermatology, maybe you're involved in anything visual speaking, would do well to be on Instagram. Yeah, you want to add to that? Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said earlier, that each platform is different type of format that engages the different viewer. Instagram is more women, 40ish, and I don't really know how to operate the button on Instagram that well, honestly. I know how to operate the Facebook button, and YouTube is more intuitive. And I think that's because of my age. I'm in the 50s. And so go on to the next one, which is Facebook, is really more for midlife 40 plus. It's both men and women, and it's been there longer. Facebook owns Instagram, but it's great for group. If you wanted to do a group, and then once people go into the group, you can do upsells of different products. I've seen it done many, many times on that, and it's a great strategy to do that. We don't do that as much because our content is somewhat restricted on Facebook, so we're not as open to it. But if you do something like business, I don't know about weight loss. Is weight loss kind of restricted on Facebook now?
We've had ups and downs with Facebook. There are some things that you need to get to allow you. One is called Legit Script, which is a certification that allow you to do, especially when you're doing advertising. So it is more difficult for sure than it has been. But like you said, I agree with you in terms of building like groups. It's great for building communities. If you want to have weight loss support or hormone health or something that's kind of a niche and you're looking to find like-minded individuals, Facebook is great for finding different members or just searching what you're interested in. And it's great for establishing authority. If you can be starting up a group or be a significant contributor to that group, it's a great way of building authority. Other aspects that I like in Facebook is it's excellent for local targeting. It's good for building local communities. One strategy that we use is we look for, let's say, for example, if your demographic is women in their 30s to 60s. So often what we do is we focus on moms. We actually try to join up different moms groups and see what they're talking about and contributing to that group. And it just builds on that trust from a community. You build on trust. You trust people who are there locally. So who would be best for these? It's pretty much most clinics, primary care though, aesthetic clinics, hormone therapy, med spas seems to do well. It's also great for announcing events. You can have events, whether it be on a Zoom, but I think really what it benefits for is doing local events and then joining local groups to help promote that way, and then or setting up an event page for, let's say you're going to do a talk in your clinic. Also great to do to help promote testimonials and such. Again, unlike Instagram, it's just me for an older audience. My son is in his 20s. He's too cool for Facebook. He told me on in there. But there are other social media platforms that kind of cater to what he does, and that is TikTok. So TikTok is someone that is probably about as foreign for, I don't know. I'm not going to say it to you, Ann, but I don't know if you're a great big TikTok user. You just told me you had 50,000.
Yeah, I honestly do not even know how to navigate in TikTok. And my team released video there, and we gather the most followers there. We have 100, I don't know, 40,000 right now on YouTube, but TikTok is our second platform. I myself don't even know how to even navigate the TikTok app on my phone, but apparently TikTok's a looser in their prohibitive content compared to Facebook. It may just be a second platform that we'll explore, and with the uncertainty right now in the US with TikTok, there's another volatile platform that I don't know if I want to bet my whole entire business on that. But it's certainly good to diversify. But TikTok is short form. That means, less than a minute, short form, more of entertainment. I see education there, but not so much for education, but like you said, is really attract more of younger population.
It's definitely something that go viral. Interestingly enough, in our weight loss, I find out when I hear them with like, how did you get interested in this medication? Especially with the GLP-1 medications, a significant number of them say it was through TikTok. That is where I'm getting my information. Again, It's a younger audience. We're talking 16 to probably 20s. I think early 30s, that might be over the hill for us, but it's usually fast moving. It's viral. If you're familiar with memes, those get shared a lot. If you're not familiar, I would think that this is someone where if you have people in that audience, they're the ones who should be doing the TikTok. Like I said, I don't get it. We've hired people who understand it and know how to do it. It's not usually my place. I don't even know how to actually log into TikTok. But from what I've seen, you can get massive reach, you can get massive awareness using this. It's not really for longer form content, it's like short quips. Again, it's probably not essential, but it is something that I see this younger population get older. It's probably going to be more and more pertinent. Now, I'm not even going to go into the whole China thing or what's going to happen. Who knows? But for right now, it's here and it's a very, very powerful platform.
Oh, I know quite a few creators that are making over 7 digits on just TikTok alone, and just sales on supplements and selling candles alone. That's it. It's just TikTok. But like it kind of shows our age, Mike.
Yeah.
When we say we don't know how to use TikTok, it kind of shows our age. We're both in our 50s, and that's not something we're interested in. But I see my kids on it a lot of
Yeah.
times.
If there are people here who maybe they work with teens or young adults, maybe focus on conditions that affect them, let's say acne or wellness, they might do extremely well on TikTok. So it's definitely something you can't ignore. And then finally, our fifth social media platform that we recommend is LinkedIn. And you might think, well, LinkedIn, again, who's that? Those are the professionals. Maybe you're not necessarily focusing on working for attracting patients, but maybe you're doing it for yourself. Maybe you're building a consulting group. Maybe your audience are other physicians. This is great for networking, for adding credibility. This is great for like sharing if you're doing a webinar, or maybe you've got a book coming out, or you're promoting a white paper on something, or maybe an article that just came out. This is a great way to let other professionals know what you're doing. Perhaps you also, maybe you do have a clinic and maybe in concierge medicine or occupational health. Maybe you're involved in physician to physician networking. LinkedIn is definitely a social media platform that you shouldn't ignore. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally agree. If you are a coach or you coach other professionals, that's definitely a platform. They are somewhat restrictive, so you have to be kind of careful, but it's definitely a good platform if you are targeting more high earning customers. I don't know what the conversion rate is because I'm more there to post more of my content for more brand authority, but not so much to monetize from Lincoln, but I am on there and I go there to learn. Actually, I learn quite a bit of stuff and definitely to network, to build my network of like minded professionals and doctors. However, I've also noticed that you also get solicited by other people as well. But the bottom line is choose one platform. Don't go to all five, choose one and stick with that, learn it, and perfect your content to that platform until your business is over 7 figures. And then you can migrate to a second or third platform because you will be overwhelmed if you try to do more than one platform to start with. And that's what I did. I focused on YouTube from 2021. And then we didn't really add TikTok until 2022, but we were kind of sprinkling Facebook and Instagram. But now we're all on four, but I have 3 people doing that for me. And it's kind of on autopilot right now. But if you're starting out, don't burn yourself out and try to learn the algorithms. But each one of those platforms has an algorithm that they determine engagement, they determine virality, as well as the quality of your content. It literally takes me years to kind of learn about YouTube, and it's ever changing. So I can't keep up with the other platform. But I will tell you this, if you grow in one platform, either YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, you also grow in the other platform too. It kind of goes together. That's what I've noticed as I've grown in YouTube. I've also grown in Instagram and TikTok. We don't grow as much on Facebook because our content are kind of suppressed. It's just so that social media will help you grow your authority and your brand and attract attention. And attention is the currency. This is the age of content creator. And as a doctor, we've always said, as a doctor, you are 2/3 of a way there to be a content creator and influencer because you have the authority and you have the expertise. You just need to have the followers, and that's how you establish yourself is by putting your educate on one platform and grow on that. And then that's how you're going to find your tribe. And that's how you're going to build your brand. And that's how you're going to be able to monetize that because 140 something, it's not a lot on YouTube, but we're able to monetize our YouTube channel better than people that have a million followers because we build a funnel system. We have a lead magnet, which then goes to a funnel, which then goes to an upsell, which then goes up the value ladder. And that brings a premium patient to our office that are paying 7 digit and up. So there is a strategy on that. And that's kind of like my area, my passion is to be able to turn a viewer into a buyer through digital marketing and funnels. What are your thoughts, Mike?
I love it, and I agree with you. Sometimes we work with clients, they want to do everything all at once, to do all five. Again, focus on what you do best and works best on YouTube. Others might do best on Facebook. Focus on what you understand. That's how you're going to be more successful at the end. And no matter which one you do, just be consistent. Just be consistent. Do it every time. I know with Ann, when we record these, we're just trying to be consistent as we're growing our videos. And so we're scheduling these out and we're doing this. And eventually, once you do that, there's no reason why you can't have success as long as you just do something. I would say you do something little each day to keep you moving forward.
Keep on moving forward. And remember, you're just not a doctor, you are a doctor boss.
All right. See you guys next time.